Pokemon Pocket Monsters, Pokemon are the champions. Pokemon Pocket Monsters, Pokemon are the champions. Change into evolving champions to save and defend the world. Pokemon Pocket Monsters, Pokemon are the champions. Pokemon Pocket Monsters, Pokemon are the champions. Pokemon Pocket Monsters, Pokemon. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Sammy Ketchum, and welcome back to Sammy Ketchum TCG. All right, I'm coming at you today with another Unified Minds Worlds format deck profile of blacephalon GX naganadel, blacephalon GX naganadel. You know, mind blown deck, whatever you want to call it. I have been testing heavily for the World/Open format, and let me tell you, it is absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy, man. Man, the variety of decks going into this format is insane. It is great. It is great that we're seeing all types of decks that could be played for this format, and they're actually really decent. They're actually really decent. Oh man! But before we get into that, man, what do you guys think about my new intro? Y'all like that new intro? I hope somebody, whoever watches me, sit there and says, "Oh my God, this dude really did the Digimon song, but changed it to Pokemon." Anyway, I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you guys like it. But yeah, let's get started on this deck profile. This deck is an older deck. This deck has done really well in the past. This blacephalon deck. It has done really well in regionals, and actually has even surprised some in regionals not too long ago. You know, and especially in like a new format where they had big tag teams, you know, dealing damage. You know, it was one of the regionals where Zach Lachaz, I don't know if I'm saying his name right, but you know, he won one of the regionals with blacephalon, and what ended up happening was that people were playing tag teams, were mainly Pikachu and Zekrom GX. You know, Zoroark decks were still in play, so, you know, Zoroark, Lycanroc, whatever was still in play. So Zoroark, Lycanroc decks were basically kicking Pikaron's butt. Since there was a lot of Zoroark played, you know, it was a good call for him to play blacephalon, because blacephalon can just beat Zoroark, and that's what ended up happening. He took his Zoroark list and basically just beasted the whole tournament and won the whole thing, you know, which was freaking insane, you know. And now that Unified Minds is upon us, you know, this deck has gotten a few new tricks. This deck has gotten a few new tricks up its sleeve that will help it basically push forward into the meta. So let's get into it. Let's talk about this deck, y'all. Alright, let's straighten it up a little bit there. There we go. Yeah. Alright, there we go. Yeah, there we go. We have ourselves 4 copies of blacephalon GX. Blacephalon GX is the main attacker of this deck. All of the attacks on blacephalon GX can pretty much be used. You know, it's a bursting burn attack, basically confuses and burns the opponent. The second attack, which is the main attack we're going to use, mind blown, for 2 fires. You basically it does 50 damage times the amount of energy you remove from play from your Pokemon. That is very, very big. So if you remove 2, that's 100. If you remove 4, that's 200. If you remove 5, 250. So you can see where I'm going with this. 5 kills off a Pikarom. 6 kills off just about any tag team in the format. And you get him powered up. You get him powered up basically with welders. You get your Pokemon on the field can be powered up through Naganadel, getting fire energies from the discard pile. All right, and then you've also got Beast Ring, which is very, very good. Oh, and the GX attack, you basically discard one of your prize cards. If it's a fire energy, you can attach it to one of your Pokemon, which is very good, and also great acceleration, and also basically takes away one of your prizes. You know what I'm saying? So that, I mean, that's never a bad thing. You know. Let's see, do it on the side. 2 copies of the Dedenne GX. You know, it's in there for its ability. You discard your hand, draw 6. It's very, very good draw power. You will see Dedenne in just about every single deck that's being played, except for like Green's decks. You know, that ability is just so great. One copy of Naganadel GX, the Dragon type. This Naganadel GX, I think it is so good. This deck, this card is so good, especially for this deck, since the whole deck is basically mostly Ultra Beast. You know, it's in here basically mostly for its ability. You basically can discard an Ultra Beast from your hand and draw 3 cards. It's like a New Age Zorg, but for Ultra Beast, which is very, very good. Sometimes you have extra Ultra Beast in your hand after you evolved everything, or after you got everything in your hand. Just discard it, draw 3. It's very, very good draw power. You know, I mean, I find it being a mainstay in this deck. You know, also, it's Venom Shock attack. This Venom Shock attack is clutch. Let me tell you right now, this Venom Shock attack is clutch. For 1 psychic and 3 colorless, you can basically discard 3 energies from this Pokemon, and you can do 170 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon. That is sick. So you can sit there and snipe a Dedenne on the bench. Since the Dedenne is being played in mostly every single deck, you can sit there and snipe off a Dedenne. And what you want to do is you want to get the Beast Energy, attach the Beast Energy to it, because, I mean, we don't run Psychic Energies. And then you maybe Beast Ring to it, or attach for the turn or whatever, you know, to get energies onto it. And then when your opponent takes you out of the Beast Ring turn, or knocks out your other blacephalon, you know what I'm saying, and you need another option to attack, and you need to get those last 2 prizes, boom, there you go, you got it. Boom, Venom Shock for the win. You know, I mean, it is so good. I like this in here so much. You know, I like this in here so much, and it scares me. You sit there, first you go Burst GX, get a prize. Then after that, you go Mind Blown. You take out a tag team, get 3 more prizes. Then, while you're getting, then you power this up, Venom Shock, take your last 2 prizes. This is so good. This is so good. And it actually scares me. It scares me going into the Worlds format, knowing that I'll be playing up against a deck that could do that. we have ourselves a 4/4 line of naganadel. Naganadel is basically in here for its ability. Once during your turn, you can take a fire energy from your discard pile and attach it to naganadel. So if you have 2 naganadels on the field, you can use both of them. Use one of them, use the second one. You have 2 energies in play. Along with the energies that's on a blacephalon, that's 4 energies. If you've already had naganadel sitting on the field for a turn, and you've got fire energies in your discard pile, you get 2 more. You know what I'm saying? So this is just blacephalon GX bread and butter. You know. One copy of Mew. Mew is in this deck basically to respect the Pikarom matchup. You respect the Pikarom matchup, so you play this. You know, you don't want them to one-shot it a day on your bench using Tag Bolt. You know, preventing that deck from doing that is very, very good in your favor. It also prevents Dark Ride decks from sniping your bench with their attack. You know, if you ever think about that. You know, but yeah, but other than that, this is really for the Pikarom matchup. And another reason why this is in here is because Pikarom is a very, very good deck going into Worlds, and you're probably going to see it most. That's probably the most deck you're going to see, other than this deck. So you might as well put in a great tech for it. One copy of Ditto. I mean, Ditto is great for evolving into your naganadel GX. Or, or any one of your naganadels. You know, I mean, that's its ability. You know, no other reason why it's in here. I mean, it's very good for evolving. And we use stage 1s in this deck, so. Alright, we have ourselves 3 copies of Lily. Lily is good in this deck because we have lots of ways to search out things. We have a pseudo ball engine in this deck. We have Mysterious Treasure and we have Nest Balls. Not Nest Balls. I mean Cherish Balls. Cherish Balls are basically like Nest Balls, but for GX Pokemon. You can basically thin out your deck with Mysterious Treasures along with the Nest Balls. You know, get your hand down to a good size, and then play Lily on the first turn for up to 8, which is very good. You know, it's not bad in this deck. In this deck, it's not bad. You know, there are people saying that Lily is bad in certain decks. Well, Lily is bad in certain decks, but also in certain decks, Lily is good. Lily is good in decks that you basically have to use cards like Mysterious Treasure and Nest Ball. You know, if you can use both of those in a deck and thin out your deck, then Lily is good, you know, in those decks that have search engines like that, you know. We have ourselves 3 copies of Welder. Welder is very good in getting energy accelerated to your Ultra Bees, to your Pokemon. It's like extra help. It's like you've got bee strings, and on top of the bee strings, you've got Welder powering up your Pokemon even further. So it's taking you further than the bee string turn. You know, it's basically like your opponent has 4 prizes. You go double bee string, power up your Pokemon, and then to put your opponent out of their misery, you just go Welder, and it's like, oh, I'm ready for next turn too. Boom. You know, so even if you knock me out, you know, I still have enough energies in play to knock out your Pokemon again. You know, I'm gonna take the game next turn. You know, pretty much. You know, you also draw 3 cards off of this, so this is just very, very good for fire decks in general. Three copies of Cynthia. 3 copies of Cynthia. Shuffle your hand into your deck and draw 6. Self-explanatory. 4 copies of B-String. B-String is the main way you're going to accelerate to your blacephalon GX, to your naganadels, to your Ultra Beast. Very good energy acceleration. Your opponent takes 2 prizes. You activate B-String. If they only take 1 more prize, hey, you still 4 and 3 prizes. Boom, you're in B-String mode. You know, activate 2 at a time. If you can, activate 4 at a time if you really want to. I honestly have not seen 4 go off. You know, I've seen people who can get 3 off in 1 turn. You know, but you know, it is possible to get 4 off in 1 turn. Which is actually really scary. Four copies of Mysterious Treasure. Discard a card from your hand. Search for a dragon or a psychic type Pokemon. This is great for this deck because you can search out your Poipos, Naganadels, and Naganadel GX with this card. You can also search out Mew with this card, which is very good. So, four copies of Custom Catcher. You can use this to bring up one of your opponent's Pokemon to the active spot. Play 1, you do that. If you ever have less than 3 cards in your hand, you can use the first effect and draw till you have 3 cards. But mostly you're just going to use this to bring up one of their Pokemon. And you could do that up to like twice. Not twice in 1 turn, but twice in a game. If you get it off twice in a game. Yeah. Three copies of Cherish Ball. Search your deck for a GX Pokemon, put it in your hand, which is very good. Very good little ball search engine. So good going forward for GX decks, which is basically becoming the norm right now. Two copies of Ultra Space. Ultra Space also helps you find your Ultra Beast. You can get blacephalons, Naganadels, Naganadel GX, Poipos, which is very good. You know, extra added benefit of searching your Pokemon. Makes this deck super, super consistent. And 1 copy of Heat Factory Prism Star. This is more draw power for the deck. You know, you discard a fire energy from your hand and draw 3 cards. So you've got this that can draw you 3 cards. You've got Welder that can draw you 3 cards. And you've also gotten an Naganadel GX to draw you 3 cards. You're going through your deck so much. This is just insane. Insane in the main brain, ladies and gentlemen. It's very good. Very good. Then we have ourselves $15 copies of Fire Energies. I know it doesn't look pretty. And then 1 copy of Beast Energy Prism Star for your Ultra Beast. You can use it to power up blacephalon to maybe get more damage off, you know, and discarding them to the Lost Zone. Or you put it on Naganadel GX and use a Venom Shot, which is very, very good. Alright, guys. that is the video. I hope you like it. This blacephalon deck, I think is going to be really, really good for Worlds. It can totally wreck Pikarom. It totally wrecks Pikarom. You know, it wrecks tag team decks. It wrecks some tag team decks in general. You know, which is very good. I like it. I like it. I'm scared of it. If there's anything that I'm scared of, is a good deck. Is a good opposing deck. But anyway, guys, have a great evening. As always, take care of yourself and each other. Thank you.